Oh shit, Adam, I'm here because I need answers ASAP. We're gonna find out together. Find out. Okay, I think our boy has the answers. I have my guesses, but we got the answers. Okay, this dude I found, I told you about this dude, Adam, but he's got a video but by the same title. I think it's the same title actually. I think it's Wire Menso. What did I call this stream? I have no clue. Oh, why are men so lost? Yeah. Just getting everything together, set up. How you doing? See you on Path. Oh, I see now. I see how this works. Okay. Yeah. Hey, let me feel it. Hey. Pause, actually. And oops. Didn't mean to sound gay by accident. Whoops. That's never the intention. Except for when it is. All right, let's see what homie's talking about. This dude's a cool dude so far. I don't want to endorse too much, but so far. Trying to play some, but too many back issues right now. Damn. Even with the Steam Deck and everything. That's booty. I thought the Steam Deck would be the cure to all carpal tunnel issues or like kind of wrist issues or hunched up, whatever. Like, cause you could be in whatever position you want to be, fucking on your back, legs up. At least that's what I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. But then again, I'm like never wrong, so I don't know. Which one is? Oh, here it is. It's this one. Nope, it's not this one. But actually, I kind of like this setup. I don't know. Do I like this setup more? Cause like I'm down here. This little box down here, and then like the chat is like right there, but like it doesn't go away. So like when there's only one person chatting, it just stays there fucking forever, which is fine when I'm on this configuration, because I don't know which one I like better. I don't know. I'm gonna go with this one for today, unless there's any objections. But I like this one. All right, let's see what bro was talking about.
It's 2023 and men
No, it's not. He's already wrong. It's 2024. See, this is why I don't like this dude. No, I'm just kidding. Let's let him talk. Let's let him talk.
are totally lost. Men have no money, no friends, and zero hoes. Grandma, I'm kidding about the hoes part, but men are really
He's not wrong. So far, he's hitting us with the cold water out the gate.
struggling in their relationships with women right now. So yeah, these
By the way, I forgot to mention this is the Kamal dude. I'm gonna share his channel and whatever afterwards or in the description or whatever.
issues suck. But what are we gonna do? Sit around and complain like a bunch of Hassan fans? Of course not, because we're not.
Look, side note too, what's funny, this dude fucking hates Hassan, okay? And like, I don't particularly enjoy Hassan either, but like, this dude fucking he hates Hassan. I get that like Hassan is kind of like, he's a hypocrite, right? He's all talking about socialism and how we need to spread the wealth and we need to, have the means of production or whatever bullshit and all that. And he's like anti-capitalism. And then he's like a fucking hypocrite because he has like a fucking, like a $4 million mansion or some shit. And he's like not practicing what he preaches, and his reporting is bad. He just like jumps to conclusions, and sure, like I can understand like not liking the guy or not liking his content. I can't understand like genuine real hate. Not saying this guy has it. I don't know. I've seen some people who have like genuine real life, like in their heart, hate for Hassan. It's like, I can't imagine hating somebody that much that I don't know personally. That's strange to me, but yeah.
Not a bunch of obnoxious, privileged losers with zero personality. No offense. So in this video, we're going to go over a bunch of solutions to these issues, some coming from highly educated people like Richard Reeves, British author man who wrote a book about this exact subject, and some solutions coming from me, Kamal, a 27-year-old cisgender American male.
This dude's 27? Okay, well, that's good for 20. I thought he was like mad younger. I thought he would have been like 22, 23. Is that a compliment for a 27? I don't know, but okay.
With zero priors. So let's get started. According to Pew News, not that kind, but this kind, 60% of men under 30 are...
Okay, more young men are single than women in the post-pandemic era. Yeesh. Dude, 63% is crazy. 63%. Now, to be fair, this is just a number. It could be for a myriad of reasons, but 63%. That's crazy. Okay, jeez.
Are single right now. Just to give y'all some context, women, it's about 34%. In sexual intimacy, aka get nasty, aka fucking, is at a 30-year low. Now,
why do you say it like that? A 30-year low? What does that mean? I wonder what that means.
Of course, I don't think these things just stem from one thing, but I would say the biggest reason is because throughout the history of mankind, for the most part, women have had to literally rely on men just to survive. Because I don't know if you know this, but
see, all right. I'm gonna this is something that I've heard repeated over and over and over, and I think that okay. I've heard this repeated where it's like, oh, the reason why men are so lonely nowadays, or the reason why men and women, the dynamics are off, is because all it took for men to get women back in the day was just a paycheck. And now that women can work, men have to figure out how to be, how to properly treat women, because they treated women like shit for so long. And now that, women have their own money, like treating them like shit doesn't work anymore or whatever. I think it's way, way, way more complicated than that. And I totally understand. Hold on. I gotta switch to this screen because I'm gonna talk for a little bit. Okay. I totally understand like the need or the desire to like shorten or like to have like shorthand for this topic or for this quote unquote problem, and just be like, women make money now, so that's all it is, right? It's way more complex than that. I think it has a lot to do with just the advancement of like technology in general. Because, and I'm gonna try to keep this brief because I want to watch this guy's video. But if you really think about it, for one, I think for all of time and in most of nature, women have been like sought after. They've been the prize. They've been the whatever, right? Men competing for women is a tale as old as time. Trying to impress women, trying to fight other men for the women or whatever. Tale as old as time. Okay, that's always kind of been there, right? And what I think has happened. I mean, I would agree that women being able to make their own money now. That is also a contributing factor, but what I think really is the biggest contributing factor is just the internet and like how we have been able to connect with more people around the world. So, for example, back before the internet and dating sites and all that shit or whatever, yo, what's up, Ice, whatever your name is, what's popping? Before all of the internet, like all that shit, right? You had to like meet people in real life the way it, like in person, IRL, right? You had to do it like that. So like you would only really know the people that like went to your church or your school or like grew up in your neighborhood or went to the same playground, or your parents knew their parents, so you guys hung out or whatever. That was like the only way that you would really get to like meet people or whatever. Your stream is looking mad good. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it. I put a lot of effort into my stream, so thanks for that. Hey, bro, what's up, Claire Mike? What's up? Welcome. Damn, your stream. Damn, okay. The love is just pouring in. I'm feeling really appreciated right now, and I won't lie. I like it, so keep it coming my way. But like I was saying, like, so you had to have and that PC, dude. Yeah, my PC is kind of sick. I mean, even though you can only see the fans, trust me, the rest of the shit is cool. Okay, it has to power all this. Fuck, I'm getting off topic. Long story short, dudes had to compete for the women that were like around them, right? So like if it was like me and like 3 other dudes in my neighborhood, like we had to compete for like the cutest looking girl or whatever, and if they got the good looking girl, I get the second girl or whatever. Like it was like that, right? And obviously if you're a person who people are competing for, you can choose like which one you want. You would want the best one. Like if, let's say for example, if you're a dude and like 50 car companies came up to you and they're like, hey, we want to give you a free car, but you can only pick one of our cars. Which one do you want? Like, obviously, you're not going to pick the fucking sedan, the fucking Toyota Corolla or whatever. You have a choice. What are you referring to when you say you have a choice? What do you mean by that? But like you're not gonna pick the shittiest car, right? You're gonna pick the best car because they're all offering the best. So you're gonna pick the best car. So I don't think it. I wouldn't blame women for picking the best dude or whatever, but it is what it is, right? That's just what you're gonna do, okay? So keep in mind, if this is way back in the day, before the internet, before whatever, the hottest chicks or like the best, the most sought after chicks would pick the dude who's the best out of the bunch, and that's kind of how they would go, and then the rest of the dudes would kind of follow up. Women always want the best. Yeah, true, right? I mean, well, hold on. I don't want to say like women always want the best. It is true, they do. But so do men. Everybody wants the best. Everybody, if they could choose the best, would pick the best. So, it's not exclusive to them. But at the same time, though, they get to choose. Like, they get to pick because the guys are going after them, right? So, back in the day, you only had to really compete with, like, fucking, like, the dudes that were just, like, right in your neighborhood. And us boys will even fall in love with the Starbucks cashier. True. Guys, we have way lower standards. But I think that it's because us boys never get to choose. I wouldn't say that's true for the whole. Some guys get to choose. Not to get too red pilly, but some guys get to choose. It's just way less often that the average guy gets to choose. But anyway, I think it was a lot easier to compete back then, right? Because you only had like 5 or 6 dudes you had to compete with or whatever, and you could get the girl, blah blah, whatever. Now. I saw a video. Sick. I see videos all the time. Now, you have to compete with like thousands of dudes. Like now that you got the internet, you got dating sites, you got whatever. At a moment's notice, a woman can pull up her phone and just fucking start scrolling through mad pics. She can do whatever. She can pick whoever, however, whatever. And you got to compete against all that Okay, which then obviously means that more and more guys will be left behind. Not to get too black pilled, but like that's the reality, and I feel like that's something that people like to like ignore, and they try to just go, oh, the only reason this is happening is because men don't know how to treat women because all they needed was a paycheck in the past. A woman who was twice the weight of an elephant, she also wanted a 5 million, is that million, $500,000 ring. Jesus, dude, that's insane. The worst part is she could probably get it. That's that's wild. And a man making 1 mil, as yeah, dude. But the thing is though, like, if you have more and more options, and you just can choose whatever you want, you're gonna choose the best thing. I don't know about like a woman that weighs more than an elephant, but you know what I mean, right? But yeah, so I think I'll get back to the dude's video or whatever, but I just wanted to like say, like, it's not just this thing where it's like, oh, men are just too stupid. They don't know how to treat women because, it's more than a paycheck now. She's going to get 500,000 calories in one meal. Girls have also been sold that they are better, or been told probably that they are better off alone. I see it again and again when they're older and lost opportunity to get. So here's the thing about women being told that they're better off alone. I think that advice isn't super terrible advice when you have options. So like when you can choose whether or not you're alone, sometimes if you feel if it's a situation where like you're clingy or you like need someone else's validation to like make your self validation higher or your self worth higher or whatever. Like if you just rely on having a partner to validate you or whatever, and you're not okay or like comfortable with yourself, it's probably better for you to spend some time alone and to kind of get used to being alone and being self sufficient. And I feel like that's it's an easier thing to do when you 100% agreed. Yeah, it's an easier thing to do when you can choose whether or not you're alone or not. Okay. So like if you're really clingy, you get your validation from other people. It's way easier to take the advice to just be like, I'm gonna spend my own time by myself when you can choose that. Options are not always for the good. Expectations become so high. Yeah, true. What do you think about Andrew Tate? What do I think about Andrew Tate? You might have to give me a specific part of Andrew Tate, I think that there are some things that Andrew Tate says that are like, oh yeah, facts. But I do think that I don't know enough about Andrew Tate, but he's probably a scumbag of a person. Okay, with the human trafficking and the other bullshit, he is probably a scumbag. The things that he says though, I would separate from himself. Some of the things he says are like pretty spot on. Some things about like men having to like earn their worth or whatever. I think that's a pretty spot on thing to say. Respect your opinion. Yeah, I mean, I think you could separate the people from the things that they say. I think that he's kind of a fucking scumbag. Actually, now I think about it, I really think he's a scumbag because I do remember watching a video of him saying, "Bro, you got stickers." What does that mean? Oh wait, are you on Twitch? Are you talking about Twitch stickers? Because I think I do. I'm streaming on like 3 different platforms right now, but I'm pretty sure I do if you're on Twitch. But yeah, I did watch a video of him saying that he like when he was running his like cam girl business or whatever, he was like pretending that these girls were like interested in these dudes. Like he's conning sad, lonely dudes basically, and he's like, messaging them on like WhatsApp or whatever it is, or he has like employees that do it, and then they'll donate a bunch of money. They'll pretend to be invested in the guy, and then when the guy, is like, come on, like let's meet, whatever. And once they get like to the point where they're like they've donated like enough money to the point where they like really want to meet or whatever. How much you paying for your stickers? I'm not paying shit for my stickers. I don't pay nothing for nothing. I think I got those a long ass time ago. Yeah, he basically was talking about how he's exploiting men. He'll get them to the point where they like spend a bunch of money. They want the girls to meet. You make them yourself. I think I might have made them myself. Yeah. Are you on Twitch? What platform are you on? Are you on Twitch? But yeah, so they'll get to the point where they want to meet, and then the girl will go, okay, I'll meet you I'll meet you at your place. I gotta go to the embassy. I gotta get like papers. I gotta get a visa or whatever. And then she'll be like, can you pay for that? The guy will pay for that. And then once they get to the point where it's like, okay, now it's time to pull up, then the girl will make up some excuse and be like, oh, I'm sick. I'm whatever. Nah, bro, I'm on Discord. Oh, you're in my Discord? Oh, the stickers in my Discord. I didn't make those. I think a friend of mine made those a long time ago. But yeah, anyway, Andrew Tate, fucking scumbag. Okay, that's it. And I just wanted to like just say that it's not as simple as dudes just not knowing how to treat women. It's that women's. Oh, it's tough because I'm trying not to sound like a super incel, but like women's expectations or like their like what they expect, has just gotten way high since they can actually get it. That's the thing. They can actually get it. There's dudes out there willing to just like chop off their legs so they can afford to fly them out to, whatever. Like they can actually get these things, which then raises the bar, which means it's harder for people to raise the bar, okay? You interested in getting more stickers for your Twitch? No, I'm not. I have plenty, and I have like 3 followers on Twitch, so no, I'm not interested. All right, let's get back to the video. Which one is it? Here we go. All right, I just wanted to say that because I'm probably gonna say that a bunch more times as this video progresses.
We haven't really treated women that great throughout history. And the award for world's bravest man goes to Kamal.
Yeah, seriously. I'm glad he said it first.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm glad he said it first.
Thank you so much.
What's the video about? The video is why this guy Kamal, he made a video called "Why Are Young Men So Lost?" And this is a topic that I've been interested in for a while. And I just found this dude fairly recently, just on his YouTube fairly recently. So him having a video on it, yeah. Bro, put on some memes. I'm not gonna. What the fuck? What do you mean put on some memes? It's not like a fucking. That's not what I do here, okay? Unless you're talking about like the fucking stickers and whatnot on Twitch. Sure, but yeah.
So much. I definitely do deserve this. I am the world's bravest man.
I'm so glad he made the joke first, because I was definitely gonna make the joke. But yeah. Come on, homie. No. If you want memes, go to fucking whatever. We're talking about real shit here. We're talking about real problems, in real life people in the world problems, okay? We're changing lives over here, okay?
And now, technically, women don't have to rely on a man for really anything. Which, if you think about it, is kind of one of the biggest
Same here, bro.
deals in mankind. Now women are actually going to college more than men. They're building their own careers.
So what he's pointing to, this is a true thing, and it's a little scary for the rest of you guys. Not me, okay? Because I'm doing A-okay in this department. But he is talking about, can you change my life? I got a small... Don't finish that. I don't want to know. I'm not interested. I don't want to know. He is talking about something that is true. Heart... Oh, okay. Yeah. I believe you. Men have been making less money over time, graduating from high school or from college less and doing less schooling or whatever. Women's money, though, has been going up. They've been making more money. So... Sure, like one of the ways. Actually, no. Here's the crazy part: is because I would say that women don't need a man to provide for them anymore, or whatever. Also, there it is. Small p. Yeah, there it is. I would say that women don't need a man to provide for them anymore, or whatever. But that's not even true though, because I feel like women still look for a guy who makes equal or more than what they make. Percentage and you're just gonna keep going with this, aren't you? So it's not even true, because like, so you not only do you have to have all the other traits that you would need for the woman to like look your way, you'd also have to make more than or as much, if not more money than she does, which that looks scary for the people in the future, especially like all the college graduates or lack thereof that are men, like coming up here soon. Woo! Watashi no. Bro, get out, bro. Daisuke, what the fuck are you on, bro? You watch too much anime.
And whatnot. So in 2023, a woman doesn't have to deal with Terry and his anger issues and shitty communication skills just because he's bringing home that Chevron paycheck that's gonna pay the mortgage. You know, that's the woman.
Bankai.
And women,
Okay, I could respect the Bleach reference.
get it. It's like, oh, boo-hoo, I have to learn how to be a person.
See, this is the shit. I like this dude, but this is the shit that pisses me off. This is further pushing that narrative that, like, it's men's fault that that they're fucking bend down low, nigga. Yikes. That it's men's fault that they're lonely. It's because they treat women like shit and they don't know how to blah blah. That's not some of the case. Maybe some guys are out there are shitty people or whatever, but it's way more complex than that. And this fuels the whole like anti-man fucking kind of rhetoric that I don't know. I hate the idea that like, oh, you're sad because you're lonely? Boo-hoo. Learn how to treat women better and then you won't be sad. Dude, I know people, and myself included in this bracket, there are women who just fucking suck. They're just fucking trash. And they don't know how to treat men. And the fact that they have so many options means that they don't have to learn how to treat men because they can just replace them wherever the fuck they want. Women can only offer their P. Yeah, go ahead. Finish that up with PhD of There it is. Yeah, I knew that was going to come up with something else there. But yeah, that's the thing. Is that like this narrative is being pushed that men just treat women like shit and that's their problem. But it's like, bro, women can treat men however the fuck they want because they're replaceable because they have so many options. So like, I hate this one-sided bullshit. I love you, homie. I love you too. I hate the one-sided bullshit. Okay.
And it's like, I know that's annoying to hear. But hey, if men have to learn how to be good partners to women for the first time in history,
oh man, I like this dude too. He's saying the things that get me annoyed. Damn it. If my woman replace, I'm a 911 his house. Jesus Christ.
and most of us either don't have dads, or if we do have dads, they probably weren't the best partners to our moms. Who are we supposed to learn this shit from? The #1 men's podcast in the world? Fresh and Fit?
No, don't learn anything from these guys. These guys are absolute fucking retards, okay? I don't care. Sometimes, the thing is with these guys, this is what pissed me off the most about these guys. They'll say some true shit, and then they'll follow it up with some completely brain dead, smooth brain, low negative IQ. Like, they'll say, what is it? I think they'll say some shit like this. I'm just spitballing. I'm pretty sure they probably said it at some point, right? They'll say some shit like, yo, women are hypergamous, so women are going to date equal to or greater than their selves. Which I can watch and be like, true, facts. And then he'll say, that's why men need to cheat on their fucking wives. That's why men need to fucking treat their women like shit because they're high value men. And men need, and then that's when I'm just like, dude, what are you on? You were so close to being like somebody who made sense. You were like right there, and then you fucking flew off the edge and started saying some crazy shit. Now, I can understand if they're talking specifically about the women that they bring onto their shows, which tend to be a certain type of woman. I'll let you determine what kind of woman that is. But if they're talking specifically about these Miami nightlife kind of chicks, whatever, sure, that's fine. But the problem is that they lump in all women into this category of like fucking, street tramp. You know what I mean? I like women with huge. Okay, I'm supposed to think you're gonna say boobs, and then you're gonna say something like brains or hearts or like passions for dance or art or something like that. Heart, there it is, dude. Imagine being that predictable. Holy shit. Okay. Anyway, yeah, these guys suck. Don't listen to them. Listen to me instead because I make way more sense. Okay, cool.
I don't think so.
Women always want the bigger, better deal.
True.
BBD. They do not care about your struggles. They wait at the finish line and fuck the winners, guys.
This is why.
Ooh, damn. He said something that was. Okay. Hold on. No, we're both made for each other. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely. That's like one of the most That's like the sentence of all time. What you just said there. And what that dude just said, I kind of agree, but only certain type of women, not every woman, okay? My woman cared about my pee-pee size. Is pee-pee like an acronym for something? Are we going to play this game all night? It's like an acronym for something. There it is. Paper preparation. That's not even a fucking good one either. You got to put more effort into that. That was like a bad one. Paper preparation, and like the size of it. These are getting lazy. Come on, man. You can do better than that. All right. That's a 0 out of 10.
Why I get so mad at Red Pill, because they're right about women being able to work changing the dating market. But the advice that these knuckle-dragging troglodytes suggest is just holding men back from having any sort of meaningful relationship. Their advice will ruin you.
True. I agree. 1 trillion, gazillion, trillion, billions %. These guys, what they're selling is like cope. They're basically just selling like free copium, okay? I'm going to put my effort in paying child support. Good on you. Cool.
100%. Things like, you shouldn't live with your wife and family. You should live in a separate house with your guy friends so you can challenge
I heard that. Did they really say that? Is he trolling? Did they really say that? I think I did hear Andrew Tate say something about like, that's why I live with my brother. Because we get to push each other and work hard and fucking do push-up competitions or whatever the fuck it was or whatever he said. I made you laugh. That's a fucking easy thing to. Oh, what happened to my camera? What the fuck? My life is now complete. I'm glad I can help you out, buddy. What happened to my camera though? Did it die? Nope, it's full battery. I don't know why I just cut off like that for a second. Bro went incognito. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. But I think I remember Andrew Tate saying something goofy like that.
Other to do push-ups because women make you weak. Women are hypergamous creatures that are always looking to upgrade.
Wait for what?
So therefore, she's not your girl, it's just your turn. Because inevitably, she will find a master.
So here's the mess up part though. Because a lot of these things are true, but not for all women. These are things you have to like kind of like look out for. Like there definitely are those girls out there that'll just wait at the finish line and fuck the winners and that's it. And there's always girls out there that are like, it's not your, she's not your girl, it's just your turn or whatever. These girls do exist, right? But these aren't like, they're not like every single girl out there. So it's kind of weird to like blanket every single woman with that kind of mentality. It's just, I don't know. But these girls do exist. I've seen them myself. I've had friends who've, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. All right, homie, me out. Love you. Keep on improving. Thanks, dude. That's all I do. That's all I'll ever do. Appreciate you for stopping in. Yeah, have a good rest of your evening, dog. Holla at you later. Spread love. Be loved. Loved your nature. That's definitely one of the sentences. For sure, buddy. I appreciate you, dog.
With more money, better abs, better teeth, etc., etc.
But to be fair, again, men would probably do the same thing if they had the power to do so. Okay? I don't think women by nature are just shitty and they just, are not empathetic or whatever. I just think that the way it is right now, currently, in like the dating world or whatever, they happen to have a lot of the power. And with that kind of power, it's almost like, you know what? It's almost like when you have like a spoiled brat of a kid. You know what I mean? Like when the kid, like you give the kid a birthday present and it's like the brand new iPhone, but then they get mad and throw it because it's like not the one, like not the color that they wanted. You know what I mean? Like, does that mean that kid is a piece of shit? No, it just means that the kid has not had to deal with like, lacking anything. The kids always had everything they wanted or whatever, and that just becomes their expectations. I feel like when it comes to the dating world right now, just kind of like the dynamics between men and women, that's just kind of part of it. Like it just kind of comes with that. So, I just want to emphasize that, like, when it comes to guys, I am empathetic and I support the idea that this situation sucks. But when it comes to women, I'm not saying that like every woman is like this. Okay. All right. Give me one second. I'll be right back.
be on the boat with a gang of some hoes that I met last night. They came to the show with some other guys, but they were late, so I told them to go backstage and hang with the bros. Got liquor, got weed, cocaine by the whole no videos. Please, I stay on the low. Shorty thought I was rich, but she ain't even know I'm just another rapper trying to get paid off the flow. I be on the boat with a gang of some hoes that I met last night. They came to the show with some other guys, but they were late, so I told them to come backstage and hang with the bros. Got liquor, got weed, cocaine by the whole no videos. Please, I stay on the low. Shorty thought I was rich, but she ain't even know I'm just another rapper trying to get paid off the flow. World get dark, so I came with the glow. Ooh, watch how I shine on the bitch, but this song ain't cold as I'm on the shit. Flip mode, every time I bust a rhyme on the bitch. I can never sit around like time, don't exist. Spend time getting money, time on my kid. I don't give a fuck about what's on your mind, little bitch. Hold it in, cause I ain't got.
Okay, I'm back. Jesus. Never have a family. Okay. All right.
We don't want hoes.
Don't ever find a master with more money, better abs, better teeth, etc., etc.
We don't want hoes.
Don't ever confide in your woman or tell her how you're actually feeling, because she'll sense weakness and think you are a pussy.
See, all right, dude. You know what? Here's the thing. Here's what I think. I think that when it comes to like the red pill advice, there's a little bit of truth in there, and they wrap it up in a bunch of shit, and then when they sell it, it just looks all like shit. You gotta be able to like comb through it and like translate it into like real actionable insights. Okay, so I think when Red Bull, what? Why, hello? I think when red pill guys say don't ever tell a girl how you feel, don't ever whatever, where that comes from is probably from how do I say this properly? It probably comes from the idea that if you're too open and too sensitive and too vulnerable with your girl, that could be like a turnoff for girls. And I know what some people might be thinking or saying, well, what do you mean, son? That's just how it is. That's, you're supposed to be open and vulnerable, and men not being open or vulnerable, that's toxic masculinity. Look, like in real life in the world, it's not just like a made up thing that guys do to like seem cool or come off cool or whatever. It's a thing that like is it's real, like, right? We've all seen the videos of girls going like, oh yeah, it's an ick when like my boyfriend like sneezes and he looks a little bit feminine, or it's an ick when my boyfriend wears shorts, or it's an ick when my boyfriend does this and that, whatever. Like, dudes, we can't do shit without like, being a turnoff or whatever to chicks or whatever. So when it comes to like being like vulnerable and emotional and whatever the fuck, this advice, why does my camera keep turning off? What the fuck, dude? This advice is good for what I think is like early on in the relationship, or like if you're dating somebody early on in that like process or whatever. So like I think what the advice should be is like, don't be super vulnerable and come out and all this shit right away. I think it's like, kind of hold that shit back. Don't come off as super clingy and vulnerable and sad or whatever. And then as you get to know the girl and you guys are maybe dating and you've, been around each other for a while, slowly start to open up that side to you over time. Because I think that at first, right away, it comes off as a turn off. Like it comes off as something that girls are not interested in seeing and not interested in, just it turns them off early on. I think that's what like the translation from like the, troglodyte red pill brain into like real life things that you should actually like you could listen to. I think that's the proper translation. Just kind of let the vulnerable side come out over time. I think that's what makes sense, but that's just me.
Never fall in love with a woman. That's gay.
Bitch, it's your fucking fault.
Become a high value man so you can have a one-sided open relationship, because women realize that you as a millionaire are more rare than her as a woman with titties. These are things that
See, that's the fucked up part. you should never. I think it's terrible, terrible advice to say you should become a high value man so you can fucking shit on women and whatever, blah blah. But the true side of that is that, like, if you are this quote unquote, if you're a millionaire, it's just easier. It's true. If you have a lot of money, you can get away with a lot more. And I think that's probably these guys' problem. Actually, these guys are like Fresh and Fit are like fucking garbage people. Okay, I don't know if they're garbage people. I don't know them personally, but the shit that they say is so fucking retarded. But they probably feel justified because they, probably have a lot of sex, and they probably have a lot of sex because they have a lot of money. And so they can get away with more. So they think that, oh, this works. So what we're saying is true. In reality, it's like, no, dog, you just have like a lot of money. You can get away with saying and doing way more worse shit,
98% of women will not tolerate, not even a little bit. And this
from regular guys. What is this photo? What is this photo they got? He's doing this dude dirty.
Neanderthal way of thinking isn't doing anything but just making male and female dynamics even worse. Dumbass
Yeah, true. I agree. Yeah, it just makes it worse.
Myron will always bring up protecting and providing for a woman physically, but has way too small of a brain to realize that in 2023, it's much more important to provide for a woman emotionally as well.
What does he mean by that? Provide for a woman emotionally. Provide. Maybe he means like maybe he means like provide an ear, provide support, provide stability. Maybe that's what he means. In which case, I don't think it's like a new thing. You should probably always have done that. Just be supportive to your partner and like provide emotional support and stuff like that.
Because most of us don't live in a fucking war zone. And you are not Batman.
Batman here. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to handle the worst pain of all. Heartbreak.
Bitch, it's your fucking fault!
So you're not going to be fucking protecting a woman every hour of the day and night. Obviously shit can happen, and when it does, no girl wants their guy hightailing it out of there. A woman's first thing isn't, I need a man to protect me. Because if they did, Sneeko and Fresh.
Whoa, what is that photo of Sneeko?
I need a man to protect me. Because if they did, Sneeko.
No, is this real? Bro, how do you get the strapless tank top? How did he even manage that? How is that even physically possible? How's it held up?
And Fresh would get no play. Let's be.
That's true. I think. Come on, all right, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate or the voice of. Look, I think that a lot of other things come along with like the physical protection piece. I don't think that like when Fresh or Fit, whatever the tall one is, the whatever the tall one is who yells a lot, I don't think that he's saying that the only important thing is to be physically capable of violence so that way you can protect, a girl that you're interested in or whatever. I don't think that that's only what he's saying. I think he's implying a lot of other qualities that come along with that. So obviously, in order to be that kind of person, physically, capable of violence and protecting people around you, you have to have achieved that by some sort of discipline, to get yourself in the gym or to be, mentally capable of handling, tough situations and being being in violence or whatever, which means that you're probably like a more of like a leader or whatever. I think there's like a lot of other qualities that he's like shoving into that, like be able to protect your woman type shit or whatever, that Kamal isn't like talking about. And it's not like it's his job to talk about it. He's just shitting on Fresh and Fit. But I'm just trying to be like impartial. I'm just trying to see like where they're coming from. And I think that in reality, it is important. It is important to have those traits and to be able to protect your girl or whatever. But it's not nearly as important as they make it out to be, because he's right. We're not living in a fucking war zone. We're not like walking our girl home, in the same alley that Batman's parents died in every night. That's not like real life. So you would rarely have to fight like at all regularly in the world. So like it's Kamal's right. Damn, am I racist? I call this dude Jamal. But he's right though, like obviously we don't live in a fucking war zone, but I think the other traits that come along with being able to like, defend your girl or whatever, like discipline and like leadership and like being cool under pressure and shit like that, those translate like into like, outside of combative, situations or whatever. I'm just trying to be charitable, okay?
Be real. And to any fresh and fit
Where is he
fans
finding
watching
these
this,
clips of
why are
Sneeko?
you taking advice from two men in their 30s who've never had a successful long-term relationship, who use sugar baby apps as dating websites?
Yeah, these dudes are so cringe, man. Like, especially the little gremlin dude. How the fuck can you sit here and talk about anything? The dude can barely even speak a coherent sentence, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like this guy's podcast or whatever.
And have been publicly outed for pressuring their guests.
Ooh? With receipts? I'm confused. I'm not trying to do anything with you except collab. No problem. I collab directly with girls I date. No pressure though. Yeesh. That is bad. So if we aren't dating, you don't want to collab? No. Just straight up no. I don't mean to be an asshole, but we have plenty of women in Miami. What is I want to know the context. I want to know more information about this. Well, same, LOL. We have plenty of men here in California, so why would I fly out to Miami to date one who I know nothing about? Simple. Attractive women or... Dude, I can hear him saying this. I'm reading it in his voice. Simple. Attractive women are common. High-value men are not. Oh, man. Dude. The level of cringe just skyrocketed. Like, it was already pretty bad reading the first couple of messages, but that last message, dude. That last message was hard to get through, dude. And then he even put like the punctuation. He's feeling like cool as fuck when he typed this shit. He goes simple, attractive women are common, high value men are not. And he was like looking at his boys like, yeah, you see what I told this girl that I was trying to coerce into having sex with me so she could be in the podcast? Yeah, I told her. That's so bad. That's so cringe. This dude fucking sucks, dude. Oh my God.
Into having sex with them. Do these seem to be the best people to learn about relationships from?
No.
Just saying. Okay, so men
Yo, why does this dude keep teleporting to the woods?
are getting zero play. How do we actually fix this issue? Number one, I know this is going to be a little sore.
Ooh, wait, let me answer first. Let me answer first before he says it. I'm curious. So how do we fix the issue of dudes getting zero play? This is literally the problem that all red pillars are trying to fix. And I just realized it's really easy to shit on them for their answers for this question, but it's kind of a tough question. How do we get dudes to get more play? So here's my thoughts on it. My initial thoughts, no filter, just off the top of the brain, just freestyling, just spitting, okay? When I think about why so many dudes don't get play, I think a lot about the contributing factors to like creating environments where guys getting play is just less likely. So starting off rip, not like if you're not in school, or yeah, if you're not in school, you're not doing anything that's like putting you around women a lot. Like if you work from home, or if you work in a field where like most of your coworkers are like dudes or like old or some shit like that, you probably aren't gonna have a chance to be around women organically that much. And going to the store, going to like fucking Target or some shit like that, and like picking up girls there. No girl wants to be approached while she's trying to like fucking, buy tampons or whatever. Like no girl wants some creepy dude to be like, hey, you come here often? Like, yeah, it's just fucking Target. I think that dudes like in those situations probably end up turning to Tinder, Hinge, fucking, what's the other one? The other one. There's a lot of dating apps out there, but they probably end up turning to dating apps at the end of the day, which then puts them in. They're basically trying to compete against all the dudes. This is like, look, I dated this chick one time, way back in the day. I was on Tinder, and I met this girl, and like, you know, we connected or whatever. So like, we swiped right on each other, we linked up, and we started talking, and we kind of had like a little relationship, kind of. But while we were like dating, I don't even really call it dating. I was only with this girl for maybe like a month or two until I realized how much of a piece of shit she was. But while we were dating, one thing she said to me that really was like a huge red flag was she pulls out her phone and because when we met on Tinder, the next step back then when I was on there, the next step was to jump on to Snapchat. So you would be on Tinder, you'd meet a girl, you'd swipe on her or whatever, and then it'd be like, okay, if things are going well, let me get your Snapchat, and then that's how you would progress. And then from that point, it'd be like, okay, if things are going well, let me get your phone number or whatever, right? So that was like kind of the progression of, you know, talking back then. I have no idea what it is now. I haven't been on dating apps in fucking I don't know how long, but that's what it was back then. Anyway, so this girl, right? There was one thing she said to me that was a super huge red flag. She pulls out her phone and she goes to Snapchat and she like goes to her like messages. She starts fucking doing this, like big swipes, just starts scrolling, showing me, right, while she's scrolling. And it's like, dude. Most of them just unanswered, unopened. Some of them opened here and there, just dude. And I was like, what is it? She's like, and this was her effort to make me feel special. She goes, look, out of all the dudes, I picked you. Dog. And she was fucking in real life. She was genuinely being for real. She really was like, yes, this should be the thing that makes this dude like feel special right now. Like this, yeah. Like me showing him how many dudes I can just replace him with at any point in time, and then being like, see, look, there you, and she even I swear to God, she even pointed me out. She look, there you are. There you are in the list. Yeah, that's you right there. I picked you out of all these guys. So you should feel lucky to have me. Bro, that is crazy. Okay, so the reason I even bring that up is because back to the question, right, which is like, how do we fix the problem? Like, dudes aren't getting enough play or whatever. If we figure out what the problem is, it's that, like, I think a lot of guys are being funneled into dating apps, and what dating apps does is puts you on that fucking list for whatever girl, right? And you don't. And the thing is too, not even a dog. This chick, nobody knows who she is. She was fucking not attractive. Okay, I was fully catfished. Like, I saw her profile picture on Tinder, and I was like, let's fucking go. And then we matched. I was like, let's fucking go her. Even more. Let's get even more go. Let's do more go. Let's even go more on that. Super excited that we fucking matched up. And then when I met up with her, dude, oh my God, this chick looked so fucking bad, dude. And I don't want to be mean, man, but like, bro, she had like crazy acne, dude. Her teeth were all fucked up. Like, it was pretty bad. And I was in my car when I saw her come out of the house. I could have just fucking turned right around and went home, but I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? Let me not be shallow. Let me see, because, you know, we've been talking for a little while. Her personality is cool, so let me just see what it's all about. Let's see what's good. She could be cool. I might be able to look past the fucking... Hey, you never know. Love conquers all right? She was a piece of shit. She was a complete piece of shit. She was so full of herself. She thought that she was, like, because she had all the makeup, the filters, the fucking... like the lipstick, the push-up bra, all the stuff. She had all that. She really genuinely thought that she was like that she could be that shitty. Like, she could be super stuck up, super up her own ass, super like, look how lucky you are to be with me and all this shit. because of like how many dudes were like in her DMs because they fell for the same fucking catfish I did. Like, wild. Anyway, guys are like funneling into this, into that where they're like, you know, on some girl's list on a dating site or like a DM on Instagram or whatever it is, right? They're funneling into that shit. And that's probably why a lot of dudes aren't getting played, because a lot of dudes are just regular dudes. And if the roles were reversed, if you were a guy and you had the pick of all the girls, you think you're gonna pick regular girl? Nah, dude, not even close. You're gonna pick the hottest girls, or the girls that have like the, you know, whatever, big boobs or whatever things you're into. Okay, so same thing's happening, but the inverse. Women are just like, most guys are regular guys. Most guys aren't gonna get picked, and if you're not gonna get picked on these dating apps, then you have to go out to places where, you know, it makes sense to try to like pick up girls, which ends up being like the club, I guess. Yeah, the club. But then again, that's only for like young people, because like I'm not going to the club, dude. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, it looks like my camera got too hot. Interesting. Anyway, I'm not going to the club. Okay, I'm too old to go to the club. That's not something that I'm interested in. So, if you're my age or this dude's age, going to the club, probably not what you want to do. Probably not something that you're interested in. So you can't go. You can't do that. What do you have then? If you're creepy for hitting at a girl in a Target or whatever, if you're creepy for approaching a girl pretty much like anywhere, like at a gym or whatever, that's all weird shit. And dating apps don't work. Like, what do you do? I don't even think I have the answer, bro, to be honest. I think if I had to really give it the old college try, I think I would probably say work on your self-confidence, try to find a way to appreciate and love yourself to the point where you think you're worth a girl's attention. Don't know how you would do that, but I think that's a big part of it. And then from there, probably try to, I don't know, man. I would say you should develop like friendships with girls so that way you know how to talk to them or whatever. But I don't even know how you do that. Like, how do you make girlfriends specific? I don't even know. I'm thinking from a perspective of somebody who's like, you know, in my position where like I work from home and like, you know, I don't, there's not room for me to like go out and like meet girls or whatever in the way my life is structured. I think a lot of guys are in that similar situation. So, but I guess maybe if you do have girlfriends, just hang out with them more, maybe get used to talking to girls. And then maybe when the time comes, if you meet a friend, like a girl through like a mutual friend, you know how to like just kind of be on and not fuck it up or whatever. But it's not, I don't know. It ain't looking good. I don't know. But let's see what Kamal says. Okay. Wait, let me go back to the thingy. There we go.
Boy, a little cringe, but men are gonna have to learn how to become a little bit more vulnerable. Okay.
I don't think that's true at all. I mean, I think it's good for men to become more vulnerable in the long run to make relationships last longer and to be more fulfilling. You should be able to open up to your partner and be more vulnerable, whatever. When it comes to getting girls or like getting the opportunity to date girls, I don't think becoming vulnerable is gonna, I don't know. It depends on what he means by vulnerable.
Hey, because a good woman can spot that emotional unavailability shit from a mile away. And
oh, come on. You mean to tell me that a quote-unquote good woman will see guys that look like this and be like, no, they look emotionally unavailable? Come on, dude. Give me a break. Girls will see this, and these are the guys that they'll fucking talk to right away. And then they'll complain to their girls that they're emotionally unavailable, but still be with them because they're like, they look like this or whatever. If he's trying to make the claim that these guys are emotionally unavailable, and so when girls see them, they turn the other way, that you're coping, my friend.
And all you're going to have left is hoes who are also emotionally unavailable. And hoes are mean. Hoes.
I disagree. I don't think that only hoes are going to fall for that. I think any girl would see that and be like, damn, that dude's fucking hot. And then you can get away with a lot more shit when you're hot. Emotionally unavailable, one of those things, you know?
Those are the women that Fresh and Fit talk about. That are
True. He's right. He's Fresh and Fit specifically talk about hoes. I don't even use that word hoes, but yeah, they do though. It's like these specific, the fucking girls that are like out on the town in Miami looking to fucking like see a guy at the club who's got like a fucking section with bottles and go over there. They're talking specifically about those kind of people.
hypergamous and feel nothing. Now, I think this is a very small percentage of people.
I agree. It's not as big. It's not everybody. It's not as big as of a percentage that Fresh and Fit makes it out to be, but very small. I don't think I would say very small.
But when you are that emotionally unavailable guy, that's all you're ever gonna attract. And that's what they're too stupid to understand. But we over here, we pass that. Number 2, men have to learn how to make women feel comfortable, not just physically, but emotionally as well.
That's a true big one, and I think that probably comes along with like being around women more, which is tough, probably hard for a lot of guys, even if you just are looking for female friends. That's probably still hard to do. But he's right though. It is important. Women are kind of like cats. You know what I mean? If you run after them like, yeah, fucking give me your pussy, yeah, whatever, they're gonna fucking scurry off. But if you make them feel comfortable, make them feel safe, they'll be chill around you. So he's right on this one. I'll give him that.
A woman really has to trust you and feel like she can tell you almost anything about herself without you going crazy or judging her.
You don't deserve a boyfriend. You don't deserve a guy to take you seriously because you are street material.
Number whatever.
Yo, somebody go give that dude a fucking hug. At first I was like, I fucking hate this podcast. But after watching that fucking one vein pop out, that one vein popping out down the fucking center of this dude's fucking forehead, there's some huge passion. Is he talking about this? So I went out with this chick 6 times and spent over $2,000. Okay, don't ever do that. Jesus, don't ever do that. So far, she spent a night at my house 3 times. When I bring up smashing, she says we need to get to know each other a little more. And she says she's celibate now. It's funny because this chat here, it's kind of like oh man, my fucking computer or my camera got hot again. I don't know what's going on with my camera. It's kind of that thing where like it's what is it when it's a feedback loop, right? Where like these guys give shitty advice, their viewers follow that advice, the advice doesn't work. Then they call in or they super chat in, and then they're like, hey, this shit's not working, and then that gives them something to give them some more shitty advice on. Like it's just it's like its own fucking wheel turning, and it's like motivated by them just giving out shitty advice. If they're saying like you gotta fucking, I don't know, that's terrible. Anyway, like I was saying about this, I forgot his fucking name. But the vein popping out and like how he was yelling, dude, it turned from disdain, and now it's more like empathy, sadness. I feel like this dude's been hurt so bad, and he's screaming at his ex-girlfriend right now. He's making it seem like he's just talking to girls in general. This dude is screaming at his ex-girlfriend, whoever hurt him, whatever happened to him. I hope he heals, man. Look at this dude.
Almost anything about herself without you going crazy or judging her.
You don't deserve a boyfriend. You don't deserve a guy to take
It looks like he's holding back tears, man. Oh my God, who hurt you, man?
you seriously because you are street material.
Number whatever we're on, men have to learn how to control the flow of a conversation.
Name is, yes, Myron. Like the Uzi track. There's an Uzi track named Myron? Yeah, that's his name. Myron. That's right. Myron Gaines. Yes, Destiny fucking, yeah, Destiny gives that dude a lot of what's the word? Charitability, I guess. It's interesting, but yeah, that Myron, he's been hurt, clearly been hurt before.
A date should never feel like an interview. So when you ask her what her favorite movie is and she tells you Suicide Squad,
a date should never feel like an interview? Yeah, I can get behind that. A date is an interview, but it shouldn't feel like one. I can get behind that. And if she says her fucking favorite movie, Suicide Squad, fucking leave immediately. Jesus Christ.
to leave and not...
Wait.
her favorite movie is and she tells you Suicide Squad, you know to leave and not pay for the meal. I'm kidding, kind of. But whatever her favorite movie is, you want to build off of that conversation. What's your favorite character? Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, I love this scene. You don't want to go from thinking...
All right, I'll get. If you peep what he did there, he goes, "What's your favorite character?" And he shows like the one hot chick that everybody likes. What's your favorite scene? When the movie's over. That's funny. I'll give him that. You're funny. Okay, you're kind of funny.
Conversations. What's your favorite character? Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, I love this scene. You don't want to go from thing to thing to thing. That makes people, women included.
That's true. When you do get the opportunity, he's talking about when you actually get the opportunity. If you do get the opportunity, it is important to show interest in the girl by like asking her more questions about herself and letting her expound on the different things that she, cares about or whatever. So you ask her, like you said, what's your favorite movie? Oh, I like that movie too. Who's your favorite character? Oh, that's cool. Did you know that this, that, whatever about that movie, blah, blah, whatever. Yeah. Keep letting her talk about herself and adding on to what she's talking about. That goes a long way. Because if you start off with hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. I am a successful businessman. I've done this, I've done that, or whatever. Because it is in real life an interview, and 9 times out of 10, you're the one who's being interviewed, not her, right? You probably do go into it with a mindset okay, here's why you should pick me, but you should never come off that way, listing off the things about yourself why she should pick you. You have to make it seem like not make it seem like you should genuinely be interested in her, but let it be known to her that you are genuinely interested in getting to know more about her and learning about her. And if she wants to know something about you, she'll ask about it to you. Okay, that's probably the best advice I can give for once you get the opportunity.
Uncomfortable. Number 5, avoid dating apps. Okay, just don't do it. Most of us
avoid dating apps. See, I knew I was gonna get to this topic, and as much as I just said 3 seconds ago, dating apps suck. They put you in just a list of a bunch of ordinary guys, where I did just say that a second ago. But I kind of have a beggars can't be choosers mindset on it, because if you're not, depending on the kind of person you are, depending on who you are and how extroverted you are and your opportunities to be around women organically, it can be the only option you have. If you're a introvert that works, like I said, that works from home, and you're not a part of any clubs or any activities or anything like that where you're kind of exposed to, other women organically. What else are you gonna do? You really don't have a choice. It's super weird to say get off of dating apps in general. I mean, I think it's important to understand that a dating app isn't gonna just change your life and fix you and find a girl and all that shit. That your chances of even on dating app are probably slim, depending on who you are. There are ways to increase your chances on a dating app. You can just not be creepy. You can try to change your photos or whatever. But ultimately, you're directly competing against a bunch of different people, which sucks. But at the same time, if you don't have a chance anywhere else, you probably only have the option for dating apps. But if what he follows up with is try to meet girls organically through clubs or this and that or whatever, I would say that that's a way better thing to do, because it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about back in the day, you only had to compete with the people in your town or your neighborhood, even for whatever girls that you were trying to court. You kind of get a little sliver of that same energy when it's an in-person club sort of. Not when I say club, I don't mean like nightclub, drinking, clubbing, whatever. I mean a club if you're in a gardening club or some shit, I don't know, some sort of recreational group or some shit, right? When you're in that sort of environment, you do get a little bit of that energy from back when you only had to compete with certain guys, because she gets to see you, you get to meet her, you get to talk to her and kind of show your personality more. And if there are other guys at the place or whatever, let's just say for example it's at your maybe there's There's a soup kitchen. I don't know. I'm struggling to come up with examples because it is difficult. But they say there's a soup kitchen you volunteer at or whatever, and there's only like 3 other guys there, and then there's a girl that you like or whatever. It's easier to like try to like get to know her more there because you're doing an activity together and you get to show your personality and whatever. And she can, you know, kind of get to know you in a not really weird, creepy way. And you're only competing with like the other guys there, whatever. Like it makes more sense. Your chances, I feel like, are higher in those settings. But if you don't have opportunity to join those things or have access to those things, or if you're a weirdo or whatever, dating apps might be the only option. This is a tough, you know, problem to tackle. It's not like, you know, if it was as simple as saying, oh, what, you know, like what do guys need to do to get out of this hole or whatever, and then it's like, oh, do this, then it'd have already happened by now. So obviously it's way more difficult. But yeah, I'm curious to see what he follows up that statement with, like, get off dating apps. I'm curious to see what's next.
Are not supermodels, and obviously all you can really go based off of on apps is how they look.
True.
And if your face is all fucked up, you're not going to be killing it on the dating apps. So you need to put yourself in a situation where you have to interact with women naturally. Church groups, co-ed teams.
Oh, see, okay. He's saying kind of what I was saying. Church groups. Hey, I guess if you're religious, sure. Co-ed teams? I'd never heard of joining the fucking co-ed local baseball team, but hey, if you got that, yeah, go for it.
I know people who go to improv classes. And,
yeah, these are good. Yeah, improv class, that's good, yeah.
and then, you know, like they go and get drinks and shit afterwards. You need to put yourself in groups like...
All right, respect. I can get behind what he's saying. Totally makes sense. Respect it. Yeah, those are good examples. What did I say? Fucking soup kitchen? Fuck me, dude. I have no idea. That's how you know I stay at home all the time. I don't know any social activities. Jesus Christ.
this where people can see your sparkling personality. And honestly, a lot of men just need to get comfortable just talking to women in a platonic sense. Like, I got a lot better with women after I got one of my first retail jobs, and a lot of my like female coworkers became my friends, kind of. We would just have conversations about relationships, and I got way...
See, he's right. I think, like I was saying before, if you do have female friends, or if you have a way to make female friends, whatever, it is good to get to talk to them and be able to like get comfortable with, you know, just talking with women, because there's a way different dynamic when it comes to male and female interactions versus like male and male interactions. Like when you're with your bros, you know what it is. You're with your bros. You're saying crazy shit. You're you know, you have like no filter. You're hitting each other probably physically in person. Like, you know, you're saying wild shit. But with girls, there's a certain tact that you kind of have to have, even platonically. You can't do all the same things. You gotta know how to talk to girls, at least in that way. I will mention though that like this doesn't necessarily guarantee your success romantically, because when it comes to like, if you're comfortable talking to girls just at a baseline level, like platonically, that's really good for you. Okay, that's a good skill. But when it comes to you, like when you add on to that, when it comes to like adding the romantic element, whole different game. Okay, whole way different game. You got to know how to come off as like, you know, interested, but like not too interested. You got to be able to be smooth, but like not like distant and cold. Like you got to be able to like jab a little bit, but like not be mean. Like there's a whole like fucking intricate next level of skills beyond that just basic talking level thing. So I agree with him a lot, because he's saying like you get to learn to talk to girls in a platonic way. Super helpful skill, but then you got to like kind of craft the extra part of that, which is like the romantic part. So keep that in mind. I don't even know who I'm talking. Like I feel like I'm talking to an imaginary person who's like, okay, thanks, please tell me how to fucking talk to girls. But that's my 2 cents on it. Okay, my and Kamal's 2 cents.
way better at it. I would suggest making female friends. I know that red pills are always telling you never get female friends.
But the worst thing about having female friends is girls can't fight.
But that's only...
What? This is why Andrew Tate's a fucking clown. What is that sentence? What is that statement he just made? Jesus Christ. But I didn't know that the red pill told you not to have female friends. I had no clue about that one. That's a new one for me.
Way better at it. I would suggest making female friends. I know that red pills are always telling you never get female friends,
But the worst thing about having female friends is girls can't fight.
but that's only because they're stupid. Yeah, if you could do these things and the opposite of all the fresh and fit shit I said earlier, you will be miles above the rest. Trust me.
True.
Escape the cold with a
That's
red-hot
true.
win this January at Grand Casino Mille Lacs. You could spin the fiery
It's hard, but it's not impossible. That's like, I think that's the biggest takeaway. Difficult, not impossible.
If it wasn't bad enough that men are womenless virgins, they're also unskilled, poor womenless virgins. An
Whoa,
article
what do
that
you
I read
mean?
once said that men are less skilled and make more money in 2023 than they did in 1979. Damn. And I think that our education system is a huge part of why men are struggling. The Wall Street Journal reported that last year colleges enrolled 1.5 million less students than they did 5 years ago, and men accounted for 70% of that decline.
Yeesh.
But honestly, I think this issue actually starts all the way in grade school. See, our current education system sucks. It sucks ass, and it especially sucks ass for boys.
Well, I'm going to say on top of that, it sucks ass for people with ADHD. That's probably the people who it sucks the most for. Which actually, now that I think about it, isn't that like mostly dudes? Let me look at gender breakdown of ADHD. Isn't it mostly dudes? ADHD is common in males and is ADHD more common in males and females? This answer is tricky according to the Center of Disease Control Prevention, CDC. 12.9% of men and boys live with ADHD compared to 5% of women and girls. Okay, so yeah, it is more. How's that tricky? It's straight up, yeah. That's it though? 12.9%? I got that lucky? I got that lucky to have ADHD? I thought it would have been way more than that. Okay, maybe I've got that bias. But I think that the fucking school system sucks for people with ADHD because they rely on tactics to teach you that just do not jive with ADHD at all. I did so bad in school. It's a miracle that I have my diploma. I did fucking god awful in school, and it was mainly because, and here's the fucked up part. Damn, here we go. We're switching to the big me again. Here we go. I did super good in class. In the class setting, when the teacher taught the thing, I was able to absorb the information and say the thing back. It was like I was the one who had the fucking best answers, okay? Objectively speaking, everybody knew it, okay? Best answers in the class. I had all the answers, and I even got in trouble. I remember getting kicked out of class because I'd always just say the answer out loud. Because I remember when I would raise my hand, the teacher would never pick me because I always had the fucking answers, and she wanted to pick the dude who was stupid who didn't have the answer. And I'm like, I have the fucking answer, bro. I know the answer. So I eventually stopped raising my hand, and just started saying it out loud, and then I got in trouble. And then my mom kind of come in on bullshit. But I failed like a lot of classes because I never did homework. And anybody with ADHD knows that it is fucking so... Doing homework feels like, I don't know, shoving 9-inch nails through your eyes. That's what it feels like. Because you have to sit there, look at the paper. The paper asks you to do a thing, and then you have to, like, do the thing on the paper without any stimulation, without Subway Surfers in the bottom. You have to, like, what's fucking 6 times 8 or something like that. And you have to, like, work that out, like, without, like, fucking Subway Surfers playing. It's fucking excruciating to do that shit. I never did it. And on top of that, too, my fucking grandma was like, you don't have to do homework because it's stupid. You're in school for 8 hours a day, so you don't have to do homework. So I never did homework. And I failed a lot of classes, and it was always... The thing with ADHD too is that the biggest motivator for you is anxiety, and nothing gives you more anxiety than knowing that you have all failing grades in all your classes, and there's only like 2-3 weeks left in the semester. And if you do a bunch of extra credit and a bunch of shit at the last minute, you can pass your classes. that's the most anxiety inducing situation to be in, and that's where people with ADHD fucking thrive. That's the only reason I was able to do anything properly in school. So I would probably say that school sucks a lot for the ADHD people, which I guess it's only 12.9%. I thought it would have been more. I thought it would have been way more dudes, but like, yeah, that's what my brain goes on that one. But I guess I don't know why. Yeah, what is he getting at? Actually, I'm curious. Because if schooling sucks in general, why would girls be so successful at it and guys aren't? I'm curious. Let's see what he has to say about this.
Because as somebody who's been a little boy, being a little boy is kind
That sounds strange. I don't know why. It's obviously not strange because all men have been little boys. It's kind of weird to say as somebody who's been a little boy. That just sounds weird. I don't know why that sounds weird.
of like
Oh wait. What
been a little boy. Being a little boy is kind of like. See, you just get this
That just sounds like ADHD to me, honestly.
crazy surge of energy just out of nowhere, and you want to do karate chops and shit for no reason. So sometimes it's really hard for us to sit still for 8 hours a day learning about parabolas and whatnot, especially when we all know in the back of our head we're never going to use this shit in real life. Believe it or not, I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
it's
for
like to be
everybody,
a
though.
woman, so I don't know if you guys have that Dragon Ball Z shit in your head all the time, but I will say from the outside looking in, it definitely looks like it's a lot easier for you guys to just sit down, chill, and
Dude, he just described it's ADHD. The fucking, all the shit going on in your brain and you want to fucking die. That's just ADHD, dog. Girls have it too at a lower rate. But I don't know if this is applicable to like broader society. I don't know about this. I don't know about this one.
learn. So between men having anime brain and girls actually developing their prefrontal cortex 1 to 2 years faster than boys do, girls are actually
That might be, I would have just stuck to the second thing. Maybe that doesn't feel like it's enough supporting information for his claim. But the second thing sounds like it makes more sense if girls just develop their prefrontal cortex faster than dudes or some shit like that. Anime brain, that just sounds like fucking ADHD.
doing better than boys now in every single subject in school, especially in English. They're like a year ahead in that shit. So now the gender gap for graduating with a college
Makes sense.
degree is even bigger than it was in 19.
But why though? I wonder why girls are doing better in school. Dare I say? Dare I have this thought? Dare I fucking dare? I wonder if it has anything to do with how lonely and lost men are, that they're just performing worse in school because they're just less motivated to do shit. I'm curious, because now that we're thinking about it, I don't even know how to validate or invalidate this thought, but now that we're talking about it, earlier, like I was saying, the way male-female relationships work right now, especially like dating, right? Women hold a majority of the power. And if a girl feels down or out or whatever, she has access to the internet to do the validation gathering thing, where you post a I'm sad, and then guys come in like, you're beautiful, I love you, like, you get that shit, and maybe that helps them just feel better in general. Plus there's like a huge like depression like problem with men in general. Loneliness, depression, all this sadness and sorrow is just sweeping the nation for men, right? I wonder if that has a direct correlation with, you know, how they perform in school. I don't know if I can. I think that makes more sense to me. I don't have anything to back this up outside of my just like massive fucking overweight brain that just has like, I got, you know, my crazy sky high IQ. But I would wager that it's probably got more to do with male loneliness and depression and shit like that than it does with like anime brain. Actually, that seems like a weird thing to point to. There's probably a study. Actually, let me just look. I'm curious. There's got to be a study or something. To let's see why. Why are men doing so bad in school? Is there anything that pops up? Okay, Quora. Yeah, that's definitely. Why U.S. boys are failing at school, men are losing in life. What is this? New York Post? I'm not sure if we like the New York Post, but I don't think that... My connection is not private? Okay. I guess we can't look at the New York Post. Well, look at The Economist. Okay, I'm curious. Yeah, what's going on? Okay. Around the world, girls are more likely than boys to get no education at all. But once they are in the classroom, boys usually do worse. Okay. It's gonna be one of those like guys suck and wait. What the fuck? This whole article is this one sentence here. Hold on. Around the world, girls are more likely than boys to get no education at all. That's a weird way to phrase it. Why not boys are more like, okay, whatever. But once they are in a classroom, boys usually do worse. The gulf is widest in reading. Yeah, why is that? As I struggle to read this. The gulf is widest in re-adding. In almost all countries that collect sufficient data, girls are better readers than boys at 10 years old. Boys also lag in international science tests and have mostly given up a long-standing advantage in maths. Globally, colleges, right? Yeah, globally, colleges and universities are now enroll just 88 men for every 100 women. These trends have long been starkest in rich countries, but are increasingly visible in poor ones too, perhaps because the hurdles that long held schoolgirls back are gradually being knocked down. Why do boys do so badly in school? That's super cool when I Google a question, why are boys doing so bad at school? And then, oh, that's why. Okay, they're holding the article back. I was gonna say, dude, I was gonna get so pissed off because like you just left off with the question that I fucking Googled to begin with. I'm not paying you, okay? There's gonna be a free. Okay, I'll do this later. I'll look at this later. I don't want to bore you guys. Okay, all one of you watching. I don't want to bore you guys. Okay, but I will look into this. But I think my theory is probably right. I would wager it's probably got a lot to do with external factors, especially when we look at why, oh boy, we're getting into some crazy topics here. If we look at why black students in poor neighborhoods do so poor in school, a lot of it is external to the school, right? A lot of it has to do with environment and shit like that or whatever. So I think that it would make a lot of sense, especially it's been well documented. We know that there's like a really shitty like male loneliness and depression and kind of, bullshit going on right now in the world. I wouldn't be surprised if that is what's, affecting the gap there. But I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. Feel free to do your own research. I'm guessing. I don't know.
1972, when we started to push women to, go to college, it's just bigger in the opposite way. Now most public colleges are 60% women and 40% men. And even if men do end up going to college, they're way more likely to drop out than women are. And I don't think I have to tell you that usually when you have a college degree, you're going to make más dinero. True. And just to be clear, I'm not blaming women for anything, saying that they're doing something wrong. They should be going to college, getting their degree, and starting the best careers that they possibly can. I'm just saying, men, we got a little bit of catching up to do. It seems like every guy in the world wants to start a dropshipping store or a marketing agency and become a millionaire by 21.
Dude, I'm not trying to say that I'm right, even though I probably am. But that might also be a thing too. If you look, because a lot of guys are like, how do I become rich as fast as possible? Okay. And one thing that I noticed, I don't want to say I noticed, this is probably like a fucking well-studied thing, but dudes, like a lot of things that dudes do is for women, or is, So when dudes are like buying nice car and jewelry and nice clothes and fucking, grinding, getting that grind set, trying to make a bunch of money, most of that shit is because they want to court a woman. They want to be, that's where their value comes from. They want to get a girl. It's for chicks most of the time. So I don't know. Just if we look at that, if what he said so far, it's that dudes are like not doing as well as school. They're dropping out of school and they're trying to get rich quick or whatever. What would make sense in that? Logically speaking, it probably wouldn't make sense if it's like, yeah, dude, I'm in school, I'm in college, but none of the girls are interested in me. I'm a fucking loser, man. What's the point of life? I'm all depressed. Schoolwork, I guess I'll do it, but like not that good because like, you know, everything else in my life kind of fucking sucks. You know, if I had a girlfriend that fixed everything, man, how do I get rich? Because that's what girls want. So I'm gonna, you know, look at fucking crypto and like drop shipping or whatever to try to become rich because then I can get a girl and I won't be sad anymore or whatever. Like, I don't know. That, again, I could be reaching, I could be whatever, but that just sounds like it would make a lot of sense to me.
But unfortunately for most of us, that shit ain't gonna happen. Okay, so...
Oh, he's got this. Okay, fuck. What are the solutions? Solutions to men being... Okay, all right. Let me think. Solutions. Okay, off the top of my brain, I'm gonna spit it. Oh, damn. During the transition, my camera cuts? Okay. Here's what I think. Okay. Solutions. If it were me, I would say dudes need to support dudes a little bit more. We need to be more empathetic, okay? We need to reach out to our fellow homies and make sure that they know that they're loved. Because if they can't get the fucking attention from the girls, we should at least give it to them ourselves for like, you know. So we should show up to their house, spit on that. No, I'm just kidding. But we should really just, men should be more loving towards each other and try to like, you know, help other dudes understand that they matter and all that shit. I think that's a good solution. That's not a solution. That's like probably like more like a Band-Aid. But it's something that we could do, right? It takes nothing to like show your boy that you care about them and that they're funny and that they're cool and gas them up and hype them up or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like it takes nothing to do that. So support your boys, okay? That's the first one. Support your boys, okay? The second solution or whatever is probably what I was saying earlier is like try to work on yourself in a way that's going to be conducive to you changing your life and getting a girlfriend or getting that companionship that you seek. So what I mean by that is like, you know, work on, you know, using your female friends, not using your female friends, but like, you know, be more comfortable talking to girls. So talk to your female friends more often. Try to join different clubs. He gave a way better list of things. I said fucking join a soup kitchen. I don't know what I was talking about. Join, yeah, like improv or like a sports thing or like a whatever the fuck else he said. To try to like, you know, get out there more. And honestly, even if it's not like for the girls, even if you don't get girls, you get to meet new people. You get to like kind of, you know, try new things and just forge relationships with people in general, which tends to make you feel better. So get out there, do those things, and just try to find ways to get fulfillment that is outside of a companion. I know that sounds super hard, and it probably is super hard. It's super like unnatural, I feel like, because I feel like naturally you kind of would want a companion, but try not to like dwell on that, like, oh, I don't have a girl and I'll never get a girl or whatever. Just try your best to try to, you know, work on you and like forge relationships with people, maybe more friends or whatever, or find things in life that like give you meaning that don't revolve around a girl or some shit like that. And I totally understand this is way, 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 way easier said than done. But I think that like when you know, shoot for the moon, you hit the stars or whatever, right? So like try that shit. Those are the only solutions that I can come up off the top of my brain, spit off the top of my brain, freestyle off the top of my brain. So let's see what Kamal says. I'm curious because he wrote a whole YouTube video about it. So he has to have some good fucking solutions here.
Men are garbage at school, we're broke and unskilled. What are we actually going to do to solve these problems? For most of us, we either need to go to college or get a trade for as cheap as humanly possible. There's no need to go to school out of state and pay 3 times more. There's no reason for that.
Yeah, I think I gave this advice on stream before, but going to like a trade school, becoming like a plumber or an electrician or like a mechanic or whatever, is pretty cheap to do. It is like a solid approach. Yeah, Adam, fucking 2 hands up, this symbol right back at you, my boy. That's probably a solid thing to go for, I would say, because they make pretty good money and it's a pretty cheap thing. It's not the most glamorous job, but they make pretty good money and it's like a cheap thing to get into. I'd probably go that route, especially if you're a minority. They usually have like help, so you can get it for free almost. I know there's a place where I live you can get it for free, so yeah, that's a good one.
And I don't think I have to say, don't get a degree in some dumb shit. Now, if you're terrible at math, don't be an engineer. There's other things you can do. Go to school for business or some shit. That's what everybody does. They just don't finish. So if you finish, you'll be fine. If you're still in high school, check to see if your school has SCROC. At least that's what they call it.
SCROC? What is that, like a fucking scrotum disease? School of Art and Design? SCROC? Quality industry training without the burden of student loan debt. Online course outlines the development. SCROC, okay.
Called it at my old school. It takes place of one of your like 6 classes. So when you graduate, you have some sort of certification so you can make more money.
Okay, sort of like a boot camp or some shit like that, yeah.
Is when you're 18. Okay, now I know none of you wanted to hear any of that practical shit, so if you do want to go the online business route, at least hear me out and learn from some of my mistakes. Number 1, pick a business that is cheap to run.
So the solutions he's giving are about how to make money so far, which kind of lends credence to the idea that money is where men's value comes from, and that's what women desire and value.
You don't want to pick drop shipping. We're going to be spending $50 or $100 a day on ads when you don't know what the shit you are doing. You will blow through your money and you will have learned nothing. Okay. Do not do that. Pick something that's gonna cost like less than $30 a month to run. Number 2, when you're going into a business, think of it as this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 5 to 10 years, not 30 days and I'm going to become a millionaire, okay? Because I definitely made the mistake of jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing because the money wasn't quick and I got bored and I was like, fuck this. Why am I not rich yet? When you start a business, take it for real, act like an adult, create a business plan and everything, and know that this is what you're going to be doing for the long run. So take your time before you decide what you want to do. Number 3, learn to pay attention to the boring stuff. I know the ads and marketing stuff is exciting, but so many businesses fail because the owner's not paying attention to the boring stuff. I actually take time where I put a timer on my phone and I just literally stare at a thing to train my brain to be okay with being bored. Everybody's,
all right, I know I'm ADHD brain and I'm like super biased in that way, but that is this advice is probably good for those who don't have issues with dopamine receptors or production in their brain. To just put a timer on and stare at a wall and like, okay, now I'm used to being bored. This is something that I'm okay with now. I don't know how it is for neurotypical folks, but if you got ADHD, bro, if you're a masochist and you have ADHD, then you just have like the perfect combination right there, I guess.
Stimulated all the time. You're always on TikTok. You're always like, looking around for the fucking thing that's going to entertain you. You need to train your brain to get used to
Actually, there might be something to that, even with people of my ilk. Is that the right word to use in this situation? People who have ADHD. I don't know what that is. You don't know what is the fucking hand symbol up thing or what? But yeah, I think. Oh shit. Okay, we're good. I think there might be something to that, what he's saying, because maybe, if even regular neurotypical people, if they're just like constantly just like, searching for that dopamine hit, that whatever, maybe they could benefit. I don't know. Oh no, the training yourself to be. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. I thought it was just me, dog. I'm trying to understand where he's coming from. Because I think that you could maybe that could be a thing where you take a minute and just stare at a wall. Maybe like fucking meditating. I have no fucking clue. I don't know, man. I'm trying to be as charitable as possible. I don't know what the fuck that this dude's talking about. I'm sorry.
Being bored. And lastly, if you're in high school right now, they're never, ever going to teach you about making money or financial literacy, how to do your taxes, none of that shit. So don't wait on it. It's not gonna happen. But you're on YouTube right now. There's all sorts of resources, books, and whatnot that will teach you these things. There's no excuses anymore. Warren Buffett, he would literally just go to the library as a kid and just read.
But
so
what? How is this a
YouTube, you have all
solution
these
to
apps that summarize books?
How is this a solution to male loneliness or male lostness or being lost though? These are like tips on how to make money or like how to like, you know, not fall into the same pitfalls he fell into. But how is this about not being lost anymore?
You have a bunch of resources. Go out and figure it out. You can't depend on Miss Gostrovich to teach you everything, okay? She's trying her best, but her son is on drugs. She can only do so much.
Captain, ever since you discovered Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, you never stay in character anymore.
You know we're not actually pirates.
Jeez.
So because...
Wait, how did he skip over? Okay, so I was right. Or he was, or I was, well, this assumption was right. He's not fucking giving solutions. There were no solutions in that. That was just like how to make money. Come on, buddy.
Men are womenless and older activities like church and such are on the decline.
Wait, U.S. church membership falls below the majority for the first time. Yeah, because nobody's fucking going to church.
Friendships are more important than ever, but men don't really have those either. According to Who Actually Cares, just believe me, 15% of men said that they have 0 close friends, which is 5 times higher than it was in 1990. And I'm not saying we all have to be Justin Wall.
That's true. It is. I'm trying to see if I agree with him anecdotally. Yeah, I think dudes could probably do with more close friends. Dudes could probably do with more close friends, probably. I think. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Here.
I've been sitting at countless tables with Andrew and Tristan Tate, and they all bring beautiful, stunning women to the table. The only thing that happens when they get up to pee is I ask them, how in the hell did you land him?
Because that's...
That's fucking gay. How did you land him? Bro, get off his dick. Can he have his dick back? What a... I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to get at with that one. I was going to be like, I think what he's saying is that he appreciates his bros, but that's fucking... You're gay, dude.
Weird and probably gay, but friendships are very essential.
That's fucking... Get out of my head, bro. Jesus Christ.
One study, don't worry about where I got it from, said that loneliness is actually just as bad as smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
I believe it, I agree, and I know for sure that that is true. Loneliness is fucking horrible, especially in the winter time when it gets dark early and like the nighttime loneliness hits earlier in the day. Fuck, dude. Yeah, that shit is tough.
And cigarettes are bad for you. And I'm not even a doctor. I just know that shit. While doing research for this video, I read a lot of things saying that the lack of male friendships is due to men not wanting to be vulnerable. Now,
no, dude. The lack of male friendships is due to men not wanting to be vulnerable. I don't think I don't think so. I think that I've had the most heart-wrenching, soul-crushing fucking open heart talks with like my bro. Dude, yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm just speaking anecdotally, but like that sounds fucking not true. I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with that because I've been a male my whole life, believe it or not. And I've never ever had the thought of like, oh yeah, this guy's cool, but you know, he just has his walls up. He just doesn't want to be vulnerable with me. I can guarantee that's a sentence no man has ever said in the history of time and or space. I would agree that that can definitely affect like how close you are with your friends, but I mean, just like making friends initially, I don't think that's a factor at all. I will say guys can definitely learn a little bit about friendships from women because
no, not even true. No, actually, let's hear him out. But from what I know of female relationships, dude, like friendships, dude, I've never seen girlfriend like okay, my knowledge of how girls are friends comes from previous girlfriends that I've had, where I hear about the stories about their girlfriends and how two-faced they are and how they're backstabbing and all that bullshit or whatever. For dudes, it's like, what's up, bro? Want to play Smash Bros? Yeah, let's get it. And then like one of them farts. It's like, haha, that was funny. That's the whole interaction with dudes. But like with girls, there's this whole thing where a girl will like see another girl and be like, ooh, that's a cute top or some shit. And then the girl is like, oh, I know that she doesn't mean this is a cute top because she knows I got it from fucking Charlotte Russe and she knows it was on sale. So why is she saying that? Like all this extra bullshit. I don't know what he's about to bring up, but like, nah, dude, there's no way I would be like, yeah, guys should be friends like girls are. Fuck that. Call me sexist. I don't give a fuck.
I do think they seem to be a little bit closer with their friendships. I remember one time I was talking to a girl and she showed me...
That's a lie. Anyone that says that girls are closer than dudes are when it comes to friendships, that's a fucking lie, bro. Nah, dude.
Videos of her friends having a color party. Now I know every single guy watching...
Hold on. Oh, what? That sounds racist as fuck.
Me videos of her friends having a color party. Now I know every single guy watching this is like, what the shit is a color party? I'll tell you what a color party is. So essentially, everybody in their little friend group is assigned a color, and they bring like food and snacks and games and shit that are that color. And they just have a fun ass time. And I'm like, that shit sounds awesome. You can call me.
That does sound pretty fucking cool, actually. That sounds really cool. I'd be down to do that with my friends. Adam, want to do a color party? That sounds cool. Pick a color and like bring over shit for the color. Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's do it. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, I can understand taking that idea, but like everything else for female relationships, fuck that. I'm not interested.
Call me gay if you want. I don't care. You know what me and my friends would do for fun? We would sit in a cold garage, play poker for 9 hours straight,
poker
and call
is boring.
each other words we all pretend we don't say anymore. But a color party? I mean, that sounds like a blast. I can't deny it.
I'm with him.
But okay.
More solutions. We already did the solutions. All right, hopefully these solutions are outside of like making money.
What can we do to solve this friendship recession we're all in? Okay, I have a few suggestions, so hear me out. One, I would start with just reaching out to your old friends from high school, not the loser ones. You know, do a quick Instagram check, make sure nobody's
watching Hassan Piker videos.
Funny. Oh, can't say that on YouTube anymore. That's gonna have to be
I'm not gonna say anything.
In the membership section, and I appreciate every single one of you. You can join different groups based on topics that interest you. I know you know what Meetup is. Use that shit. Meet people. It helps. If you're into business.
What is Meetup? That sounds like a gay porn site. What is Meetup? He says, I know what you know what that is. Meetup. Assuming it's the EE kind, not the EA kind. Oh, meet up, find local groups, events, activities near you. Oh, I didn't even know this was a thing. This is cool. Hold on, guys. I'm way too introverted to do this, but maybe, you know, one of you guys might, you know. The people platform where interests become friendships. Join Meetup. Events near... Oh, I'm doxing myself. I don't care. Nobody's on here. Dinner at a restaurant, apps and games. Transition to What is this shit? So I guess these are like events you go to meet people, I guess. That's kind of cool for people with extrovert skills or people skills or social batteries.
Business, you can go to business seminars. I've met a lot of people that way. They always sit you next to some random person. They can be your friend.
Oh, they like put you next to people? That dude, just thinking about that though has got my camera's off. Just thinking about that, though, has got my social battery on 0 and my social anxiety spiking. Just the thought of, like, going to some seminar and sitting next to somebody and being expected to become friends with them. I don't know. For you guys who have fucking not that issue, sure, go. That sounds like a cool thing for you guys.
Boxing classes, I met people like that. Improv class, like I said earlier, that's another great way to meet people.
Improv class sounds fun. I don't know why that feels less anxiety inducing than like a seminar or some shit. Improv class, that sounds like a fun thing. The only thing that worries me about that though is like the fucking stereotype for improv like people, that they're all like fucking weirdos and like what are they called? They're like failed actors and shit like that or whatever, like that kind of stereotype. But that sounds like a good thing, a cool, fun thing.
And if things feel bleak, I promise you, the world truly is your oyster. You just gotta go out and shake things up a little bit. And if you do have friends, try to have like some real deep conversations with them. And if you can't, these are not
down for a colors party, though. Colors only party. Let's fucking do it, man. The colors only party.
real friends, you know. Me and my friends,
we're all bringing black shit. Like there's no other colors. Just we're all bringing black shit.
We literally just sit at Denny's.
Low credit scores, not that. Okay. All right.
A little bit. And if you do have friends, try to have like some real deep conversations with them. And if you can't, these are not real friends, you know.
That's true. I feel like if you really got boys and they're your real boys, you should be able to get real personal and talk about some real deep shit and about how depressed you are and how sad life is and how much it sucks. And if your boys, if they hit you with that, hey man, you're being weird, you're bringing the mood down, you're fucking, those are not your boys. But if they go, oh dude, I have suicidal thoughts too, those are your boys. Those are your boys. Hang out with those guys more often. Okay.
No. Me and my friends would literally just sit at Denny's and talk about real shit for like 6 hours at a time.
Same.
That is weird and extreme, but it did help me develop a lot. Like
it's not weird and extreme. That should be the norm, okay? Because guys rarely get a chance to fucking talk about their problems in a way where they're not fucking clowned on it. So the more you can do that, the better. I fucking fully support that.
Person.
And have colored only parties. Those two things, dude, let's go.
So yeah, guys, I hope this video helped in some way. Obviously, us men have some unique issues in this modern era, but, you know, I feel like we can handle it, right? I mean, it's better than slavery, right?
What a fucking comparison. This dude's funny.
You know? I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding. It is definitely better than slavery, but I know that's not the standard.
Yeah, but, dude, honestly, slavery might be better for me, dude. You know how much I'd go for in slave times? Have you seen my build? First off, this dude will never get sold. So yeah, slavery would suck for him. He'd never. Look how scrawny he is. Me, dog, bro. They would fucking. I'd be on the fields, bro. They would be like, let me get that dude right there. I'd be sought after, bro. They'd protect me, okay? They'd give me the best food scraps. They'd want me to mate with all the other fucking slaves that have strong slave babies. All right, this is getting kind of dark, but yeah. Okay. That video was that's a pretty good video. I support most of the things bro said. If there's any takeaway that I feel like I would want to be taken away from that experience, probably that yeah, try your best to focus on things that make you that give you fulfillment that don't involve women, because the longer LOL 25 shilling for real. Wait, what is 25 shillings? What is that? I think I missed the joke. And now I feel self-conscious because I didn't get the joke. Thanks for that. Thanks, buddy. Try to find shit that like fucking you find fulfillment in that don't involve girls, because the further you can get away from focusing on the fact that you ain't got no girls, the better, okay? And surprisingly, it's possible to run far enough away to where it doesn't catch up to you for a little while. So if it's playing video games, if it's running, if it's doing fucking sports, if it's fucking doing whatever the fuck it is, focus energy and time into doing that. Preferably something that's productive. So even if it's like a hobby or whatever, something that you have to like something. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Okay. Shillings? Is that the fucking currency from back then? Jesus Christ. Okay, all right. That's 25. You don't think more than that for this build? I'm fast too. Fucking camera, dude. Jesus. Okay, with the camera fucking up and fucking making slave jokes about being a slave that people want to buy. Jesus Christ. It's probably about that time. But yeah, shout out to my lonely dudes out there. You're not alone, man. You know, it sucks, but it's definitely not forever. Okay, there's things we can do, to make it out of this alive. Okay, and I'm really projecting. Okay. All right, hey, like I said, fucking, keep your head up, do your thing, and we'll be all right. Okay, all right. I'm gone. Shillings, dude. Slave prices, dude.